We are just 1 week away from the showcase of the Immortals WrestleMania 41, and while wrestling fans basically know all the major matches planned for WrestleMania this year, aside from who Randy Orton will be facing, which will certainly be revealed this week after Kevin Owens was forced to pull out due to injury, clearly Triple H and WWE are still planning some big surprises for WrestleMania this year that will undoubtedly shock fans, and one of those big surprises that has reportedly been discussed behind the scenes is the return of the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar. Now, according to a breaking new backstage report, the sentiment going around right now is that Brock Lesnar has already signed a new contract with WWE, and that his return to the company will be taking place at WrestleMania 41, likely on Night 2 or WrestleMania Sunday, which is the day when Cody Rhodes will be defending his Undisputed WWE Championship against John Cena. Now, over the past year or so, rumors have swirled around regarding Brock's status with WWE, because despite being named in the Vince McMahon and Janell lawsuit, there have been multiple times in the recent past where rumors began picking up steam regarding Brock Lesnar potentially making a big return to WWE, specifically when Lesnar was name-dropped on television a couple of times last year, and when Paul Heyman specifically mentioned him during his Hall of Fame induction speech, not to mention when Triple H basically said in an interview last summer that WWE would be open to having a conversation with Brock Lesnar about coming back, and that it's up to Brock to make the first move and indicate that he wants to do something. However, these rumors never panned out last year, and all the talk surrounding Brock slowed down for a period of time, but the hype is back after Cody Rhodes name-dropped Brock Lesnar on SmackDown this past Friday. And while there have been reports going around that this doesn't mean anything and that there are no plans of Brock returning, one of our insider sources has reported otherwise, revealing, so there's been a lot of talk surrounding Brock Lesnar over the weekend after his name was directly mentioned by the WWE Champion Cody Rhodes on SmackDown this past Friday during his promo about his upcoming WrestleMania 41 match against John Cena, and from what we've heard, this was done for a reason and is actually a subtle teaser of a major return coming soon. Even though Cody only mentioned Lesnar for a brief moment, this was enough to get the wrestling rumor mill buzzing, and that's exactly what Triple H and the WWE were expecting, and Cody Rhodes mentioning Brock Lesnar right before WrestleMania was not done randomly but was strategically planned out by creative because of the fact that Lesnar's coming back real soon. The speculation going around right now is that Brock Lesnar may have already secretly worked out a return contract with WWE ahead of WrestleMania, and that among the unexpected moments or surprises planned for the showcase of the Immortals this year is the return or comeback of Brock Lesnar. This is something that Triple H feels will add a huge amount of hype and buzz for WrestleMania this year, and that it's been a long time coming regarding Lesnar's return. You know, there have been a lot of naysayers regarding Brock Lesnar coming back to WWE because of his ties to the ongoing Vince McMahon and Janell legal battle, but while Vince McMahon apparently remains banned from WWE in any and all capacities right now, and will reportedly remain banned by WWE until when and if he's cleared from this lawsuit with Janell, the same ban allegedly does not and has not applied to Brock Lesnar, hence why Lesnar has been mentioned on WWE television several times over the past year, most recently on SmackDown this past Friday by Cody Rhodes, and when Chief Content Officer Triple H was directly asked by reporters last summer, ahead of SummerSlam 2024, about Brock Lesnar's status with WWE, Hunter made it clear that WWE would be open to discussing a return with Brock if he was interested, and that sentiment hasn't changed over the past 8 or 9 months. The consensus we have heard is that while Brock Lesnar's certainly not desperate to return, as he feels he's already accomplished and done all he set out to do during his second stint with WWE, not to mention Lesnar being at a point financially where he doesn't need to work again for the rest of his life if he doesn't want to, the rumor going around is that Brock Lesnar has been keeping up with the current WWE product and wants to be a part of it in some capacity, as he feels WWE has never been hotter, and he wants to help any way he can and keep WWE's momentum going during this Netflix era. The report is that Brock Lesnar is at the stage of his career when he wants to give back to the business and have one final run in the company before retiring, and considering Brock Lesnar's already 47 years old, going on 48 this summer, Brock reportedly feels like he doesn't have a lot of time left to have one more run, and needs to get on it soon, otherwise it's going to be too late. We have heard that Lesnar was dealing with a number of lingering injuries towards the tail end of his most recent run in WWE, a run that ended back in 2023, and Lesnar has spent the last 2 years recovering from the injuries, getting back in shape and getting ready for what is presumably going to be his last run in WWE before hanging up the boots for good. The rumor going around is that Triple H had reached out to Brock Lesnar at some point late last year, and made it clear to Lesnar that he would be welcome back to WWE if he wanted to come back, and that he would leave it up to Brock to reach out to the company when and if he has a desire to return, and that Hunter was leaving it in Brock's hands to inform WWE if he ever wanted to return, and would not be bothering Lesnar all the time about coming back. Brock sat with that information for a while, and the speculation is that Brock Lesnar had reached out to WWE and Triple H specifically last month in March about being ready for a return, both physically and mentally, and Triple H then began working out Brock's return contract with WWE. Now it's still a mystery if this new contract has been fully worked out yet for Brock Lesnar, but there are reportedly tentative plans of Brock returning at WrestleMania 41 should this new deal get done in time, with Lesnar planned to return on WrestleMania Sunday, and potentially get involved with Cody Rhodes' undisputed title match with John Cena. Now in what capacity he's involved with the match remains to be seen, as well as whether he's coming back as a face or heel, but if this deal gets done prior to WrestleMania, which is what Triple H is currently hoping for, then Brock's going to be returning at WrestleMania 41. Apparently, this new contract that Brock Lesnar is currently working out with WWE is going to be a multi-year deal, presumably for 3 years if what we've heard is true, and the speculation going around right now is that Triple H and WWE would have Lesnar featured on both Raw and SmackDown and won't be tied to either brand, and will be showing up in working feuds across both main roster brands, depending on who he's feuding with, and depending on whether Brock returns as a babyface or heel, his first feud back could very well be with John Cena or Cody Rhodes, but the consensus is that the company have major plans creatively for Brock upon his major return. Now let us know down in the comment section below your thoughts on these shocking new rumors, suggesting that Brock Lesnar is currently in the process, or has already secretly signed a new deal with WWE for what would certainly be described as a massive return for WrestleMania 41. Have you guys missed Brock Lesnar over the past couple of years, and would be excited to see Lesnar back in the company, or do you feel like this is a mistake for Triple H and WWE to be bringing Brock Lesnar back at this point, partly because of the fact that Brock's name is still tied to the ongoing Vince McMahon legal battle? Sound off in the comment section below. Well guys, that's it for today's major wrestling news. Make sure you leave a like and comment, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on, so you'll never miss out on an episode. Finally, if you haven't already, give us a follow on Twitter at TSE Wrestling, and we will see you guys in the next video.